Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honor, son to the elder apostles, a great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, this is the book of Joshua, chapter 5, continuing from the title 3, from chapter 3. Israel crosses the border, and we here right about now. Well, they are. Well, as I'm reading, they are here. They just crossed the river Jordan into this the valley of the plain of Jericho. So Joshua 5:1. And it came to pass when all the kings of the Amorites, which were on the side of Jordan westward, which westward is left and east is right. Right. And all the kings of the Canaanites, which were by the sea, heard that Yahweh had dried up the waters of Jordan. And the ones that were by the sea were here. Here you had Tyre, and where were we? Let me see here. And all of them by the sea, here. There was all there. And of course here, there was all over the place here. And as you can see, this is the land that will be conquered by Joshua. Well, it was conquered by Joshua, but we're not there yet concerning the reading. But here is the land allotted by Moses, man. Yo. And these are the kings that were defeated by Joshua. That's a lot of kings, by the way. So there's a lot of kingdoms. Yeah, kingdoms that Joshua killed with the power of the Lord, of course, and with the rest of the Israelites. Right, so going on. Now it says here, dried up the river Jordan, water Jordans, from before the children of Israel, until we passed over, that their heart melted, they was very afraid. Neither was their spirit in them anymore because of the children of Israel. They couldn't handle it no more, man. The will to fight or resist was kind of almost gone. And remember, they were big people, okay? Og and the Amorites Og was a giant, and his kingdom was a kingdom of giants. And the Amorites also, there was also big people, Sihon was also big. The brown place, everywhere where the brown is, here, and of course here, until here. And down here was some Zoar and Sodom and Gomorrah was there down there. So it was Hamites that was there in Sodom and Gomorrah. Nowadays, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah is every place where Edomite is ruling. Right, so it says here first, at that time, Yahweh said unto Moses, make these sharp knives, and circumcise again the children of Israel the second time. And Joshua made them sharp knives, and circumcised the children of Israel at the hill for the foreskin. Now, it says children, but we all know that it's sons, because in the Hebrew, there's no such thing as the word children. There are only sons and daughters. Right, and almost every time, like 90%, no, 100%, when you see children of Israel, it says the sons of Israel. Now, when you see daughters of Israel with an S, then it's talking about them. But when you see the daughter of Israel, it's talking about the men. Because symbolically, we are a woman. Well, named as a woman. The glory of the man is the woman. And the glory of the Heavenly Father is the man. Verse 4. And this is the cause why Joshua did circumcise all the people that came out of Egypt that were males. Even all the men of war died in the wilderness, by the way, after they came out of Egypt. Because the Lord caused them to die. The 40 years, he waited for them to basically just grow old and die. Now, all the people that came out were circumcised. But all the people that were born in the wilderness, by the way, as they came forth out of Egypt, them they had not circumcised, because they were stubborn, and the Lord killed them for that. One of the many reasons he killed them. For the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness, till all the people that were men of war, which came out of Egypt, were consumed, because they obeyed not the voice of Yahweh, the power of Israel, right? Sorry. Because they obeyed not the voice of the Lord. And what is the voice of the Lord? Moses. The prophets. The prophets are the voice of the Lord. Daniel chapter 9 verse 10 shows you that. The voice of the Lord. Neither did they hearken unto the voice of the Lord, which he set before them by his servants the prophets. 9:10. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power, to walk in his laws, which he set before us, how? By his servants the prophets. And Moses was a servant, and he was a prophet, and he was the first unofficial king of Israel. He was king in Israel. That Deuteronomy? Yeah, Deuteronomy. I know it's in Deuteronomy, I just don't know which chapter. So, and he was king, Deuteronomy 33 and 5, and he was king in Jeshurun, when the head of the people of the tribes of Israel were gathered together. Here. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. And he was king in Jeshurun, which is Israel. Jeshurun is a nickname for Israel. A poetic name for Israel. Right. Unto whom Yahweh sware that he would not show them the land, which Yahweh sware unto their fathers, that he would give us, a land that floweth with milk and honey, which represent prosperity and all that there, and food and water, all that there. And yeah, we did get that. The children got it, by the way. And their children, whom he raised up in their stead, them Joshua circumcised, for they were uncircumcised, because they had not circumcised them, by the way. So all these 40 years, they didn't even circumcise them. That shows you the stubbornness of the Israelites. And it came to pass, when they had done circumcising all the people, that they abode in their places in the camp, that they were whole. They did until they was healed. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Joshua, this day have I rolled away the reproach of Egypt from off you. Basically the shame that we had over there. The reproach from Egypt. Let me color it all then. Wow. Wherefore, the name of the place is called Gilgal unto this day. So, what does Gilgal then mean? Because wherefore the name of the place was called Gilgal was. So, what does Gilgal mean? It says it right there in the name. Most of the time, it's going to explain to you what a certain name means. So, Gilgal. Let me see something. Joshua. Which is 5 and 9 here. Hebrew 15:37. A wheel rolling. A region conquered by Joshua, sight unsure. Rolling away. A rolling away. Basically, it's gonna roll off of you. You know. Like back, like in they used to say this back in the days. They say when celebrities are on the ball field or court field, all the insults just roll off of their back. Roll off one's back to not let something bother you or worry you or get the best of you. To roll off your back mean not to let something bother you. Just let it roll off of your back, basically, right? Let me see. Right, going on. And the children of Israel, encamped in Gilgal. What? Why? Okay. And kept the Passover the 14th day of the month at the even in the plains of Jericho. So it was the new year that we stepped over into that land. Because 14th day of the 14th day of the new year, that's when we start celebrating the Passover. Which is around March. Which is around spring. Because here you go. Let me see. Septem is 7. Octagon is 8. Nofem is 9. Where is it? Nofem is number 9. Then Desem, which is Decibel, is number 10. What? Yeah, they say 12, but it's not. Desem here, Desem. Dek, meaning 10. Desem or Desem, Decem, right, it's 10. And then January would then therefore be 11. And then February would be 12. And March is 1. Because in March comes what? Which season? What? What are they talking about? What season is March? What season is March? Okay, last one. Spring. That's it. That's when life springs forth. Life springs forth. Water. Let me see. You can death is winter. That's when everything starts to die. You have the plants dying, this happens. The trees start dying. Here the trees start living again. Here they're fully, in their status. Here they start withering away. Here they're dead. Here they rejuvenate themselves again. Because, yeah, you can say plants are kind of immortal almost to a certain degree. Not immortal. I mean, if you chop it, it will die. But, no, let me say a better word. It rejuvenates itself. The earth rejuvenates itself. It's possible for the earth to keep on rejuvenating itself. Right. So yeah. This is life. This is death. This is in the full life. This is when you're getting old, and this is when you start losing your hair on your head. Because you old, fool. But then you're going to sprinkle back up, with the sprinkleness of the Heavenly Father. So going on. Yeah. Verse 11. And they did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover, unleavened cakes and parched corn in the self same day. So on the Passover, you are allowed to eat parched corn. Now you might, you might ask yourself, what is parched corn and what is old corn? Well, what is normal corn? This is normal corn. This small one here. Teoscent. This is a hybrid, and this is then therefore the other hybrid of the hybrid. So this is Teosint, how it used to be. Intermediate, whatever they call it. They made it into this. They made it into this. They made it into this. This wouldn't then be the male. This would be the female, if I'm correct. If I remember this symbol good. I can type in so. Okay, so I just saw something. I can type in so timeline. Corn evolution. 8,000 BC? No. That thing goes like 5,000. The Earth goes back like 5,000 BC, 6,000 BC. 6. Yeah. No. Let me say it better. Human population goes back like to 5,000 BC. And the first empire were the Hamites, which is, if I'm correct, it was Babylon and also Egypt. Babylon is Cush and Egypt is Mizraim. Those were two Hamites. And then, of course, Canaan had his thing. That's the third Hamite son. And then, what was the fourth? Libya? I forgot his name. I always forget his name. Was it Genesis 10? Gen 10. Man, I always forget this name. I always say Libya. But Libya is a country. Man, I have no idea how I just don't remember that name. Man, crazy. Look how many years I know these scriptures, man. Like, I still don't, whatever. Anyway, going on now. It says here, this one here. This is where it began. And if I'm correct, you can still find these things. You know? You can still find them. It's gonna be very hard because these Edomites are making sure that you can't find it. It's GMO. It's corn GMO. Corn is the most commonly grown crop in the United States, and most of it is it's the most commonly grown, and most of it is GMO. Or any corn non-GMO. So is all corn GMO? Yes. Technically, all corn on the planet has been modified by human activities, no Edomite activities. Get it straight, devil. You see, when they achieve something, right? We went to the moon. What, the Americans went to the moon. So who did this then? Who did this? Who did this? Oh, it was just a few bad for apples, and that's nothing really to do with us, and had nothing to do with us. Yeah, it was just a few bad apples, and we're not even sure that came from Agent Orange spraying on the children over there. I mean, the people over there. We don't know. Okay, we don't have enough evidence, but that's what these devils say. I'm not making it up. I'm actually literally saying what they say. That they said that they don't have enough evidence to show that is it. But other articles, they do admit it. But, the snake tongue. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. So they bring doubt. And doubt is one of the things that Esau is a creator of. For example, Peter came on the water because he wanted to meet the Lord Yahweh Shai, and he started to doubt. That's when he started to sink. The Lord doesn't like a double-minded man, meaning you're unstable. You don't know where you are. Either you cold or hot. Either you gather or scatter. You're not in the middle like Malcolm. Fuck that guy anyway. This is like Esau. In the middle like Esau. I'm gonna call yourself Malcolm. What a joke. Anyway, so it says the Agent Orange backstory during the Vietnam. I'll leave this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. It wasn't just Agent Orange, no. And I didn't even know this. They have done more than that. It was, let me see here. And they're trying to make it blurry. Okay, I mean, this is 2024. Can't you at least upload a freaking better quality so that they can read what demonic things you have done? So what they did was they unleashed Agent Green. Purpose: defoliation of jungle vegetation. defoliation of jungle vegetation. What? Let me see something. They want to kill the trees. There's a scripture that says you can't just kill trees. And they was at war. They was at war. So it says here, Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 19. When thou besieged a city a long time, and they were at war, in making war against it, they were at war with the Vietnamese people, right? Thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them. And in this case, they sprayed things on them to kill them. But they're lying to you. They didn't do it for that, man. Come on, man. They could have just bombed that thing, man. Why are you believing these snake-tongued people? You shouldn't believe them. They're not supposed to be believed. You should always know that he's speaking truth and lies at the same time. A snake-tongued demon. Look at him. Especially the elites. The higher up you go, the less you should trust them. Now, the ones that are among you, I don't trust them neither. But they're a little bit different. But don't get it twisted. They hate your guts too, right? Say something about this, for example. Black people. They would say, "Oh no, it has nothing to do with racism. You know, it's just a feast for the children. You know, it's just a feast for the children." Why are the Netherlands more? Why the Netherlands is more split on Black Pete than ever? Because these devils, they want to keep this thing going on. But if I was to dress up and do exactly the same thing that they're doing, giving candy to the kids and stuff like that, making it a kids party and stuff like that, having all fun things. No, this is associated with the suffering of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not here for equality. I'm trying to be over you once that time comes. For now, you can do whatever you want. I'm not equal. I don't believe in equality. You can do whatever you want. Once that time comes, then we're going to do what we are allowed to do. And I could read a few scriptures for you, what I want to do and what I will be able to do. I have so many, but I'll just read this one. Micah chapter 5, verse 7. Let's start at 8. No, let's start at 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as the dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man. I'm not waiting. Nor waited for the sons of men. That's not what the water is doing. When it rains, it's not waiting for you. Same way as the Jacob descendants when it come for you. Once they get that power. In the remnant of Jacob, the remnant is because the most of our people will die. The majority of our people will die. The remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst, shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people. How? As a lion among the beasts of the forest. As a young lion at that too, among the flocks of sheep. So all y'all beasts, but in that day, you're going to be a beast, but you're going to be compared to a sheep compared to us. Once that time comes. Who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. Nobody's going to be able to save you. Thine hand shall be lifted upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. So we're just waiting. You do your little thing. I'm just waiting, looking every year, waiting with a sword in hand, waiting. And this is what they do. This is what they teach their kids. But this, like I said, it's all good, man. Once that time comes, then then I will be able to reason with you. I'm gonna reason with you. Let me reason with them. By the way, you don't reason with devils, by the way. I don't, I'm being sarcastic. I have another type of reason, and I just read it, by the way. Tear it in pieces? Yeah, that reasoning. That's the only type of language these Edomites know. They don't know another language. crush bush skulls. That's butcher. Anyway, so yeah, I just read that. So thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them, for thou mayest eat of them, and thou shalt not cut them down, for the tree of the field is a man's life, to employ them in the siege. Only the trees which thou knowest that they be not trees for meat. And clearly they couldn't tell because they was flying over them and doing this. You don't know if there's trees there that can give life and fruit and stuff like that. You don't know, you devils. You didn't know, and they don't care because it's not about that. It's not about deforestation or whatever to fight better and see the troops and stuff. No, it's not about that. It's about killing them people and making them sick for generations to come, because that's what they want. They started in 1962. This one was employed in 1961 until 63, 1962 until 65, 66 until 1972, 66, 1972, 65 until 1970. And only this one is the one that they mention. They don't mention the freaking rainbow colored pestis poison. I'm looking for another word. That green thing, not poison. Biohazard thing. Chemical warfare. Right, this is what they spray. Radio, that's what I'm looking for. Radioactivity. That's what they spray. That's what they were spraying. Radioactive substances. Calling it purpose crop destruction. Yeah, this one was crop destructions. This was basically killing the vegetables and vegetations. But this one was for the crops. It's the same goddamn thing. It's goddamned. Yes, I said it good. Because it's damned by the Heavenly Father. Only the trees which thou knowest that they be not trees for meat, thou shalt destroy and cut them down, and thou shalt build bulwarks against the city that maketh war with thee, until it be subdued. So you use those things, and bulwarks are these things. It's a defense thing, but I forgot the name, man. It goes into this thing. Bulwarks. This thing over here. This. Look at there. This. But then you could use it as a defense. I always forget the name. Bulwarks. A defensive wall, yes. But this one. Then you get it. This one. You get this, and then you point it at the people. Then they cannot come with the horses. Defense. This thing. Then they can't come close. They can't just charge in and stuff like that. Then you point it at them. But nowadays the modern day bulwarks is this iron, because they can work it now. This is also a bulwark, so you don't need to chop trees anymore. You can just make this, because I can set that tree on fire. It will burn. This, gonna have a hard time trying to catch this on. Even if it catches on fire, you think you're gonna melt it? Yeah, good luck. This, I'll burn you, and then, tomorrow, just weak enough to break you. But you can point it at people, and then they cannot come and jump over the things and stuff like that. But anyway, it's going on. Right, so yeah, we can use that against them or as a defense. It depends on what you're doing at that, what is your position at that time, defense or offense, like fighting. Right, so all these rainbow colors, yeah, I know it's not the all rainbow colors because red is not there and stuff like that, but still, all these colors is what they used. But it wasn't just Agent Orange, and like I said, I didn't know that. I keep on finding out almost every day about these Edomites. Every day I learn something new. All right, okay, you're never too old to learn. You learn it. I learn every day. I don't know about you, but with the scriptures, I learn every day. I might go to a chapter, let me see, that I haven't read in 3 years, or not 3 years, okay. I haven't read in a long time, and I learned something new again, like, hey, wait, I didn't notice that. So, but this is what they're doing. And it says here, to this day, soldiers, civilians, and their families continue to suffer the effects of these harmful chemicals. They're lying to you again, trying to minimize their criminal activity. That's what a criminal would do, of course. Naturally, they would do that. Trying to minimize their role in the satanic works that they have done. Operation Ranch Hand. They have all these funky names, you know. But the outcome of these funky names are very deadly. Ranch Hand. You'd be like, what is he going to give a helping hand to the ranches and the farmers? No, he's going to kill all the farmers and their capability to grow stuff, and destroy their whole DNA structure for the rest of the generations to come afterward. Yeah, and that's extermination. Because do you think that these children, let me see something. Do you think that these children are going to tap some booty? Do you think he's going to tap that ass? Do you think he's going to tap that ass? But then again, he's still functioning. He can see. Because I have seen females with guys like this. I've seen pictures. But I still love him. Oh, this guy, headless. Let me see. He got a daughter with her. This guy. Severely disabled man who volunteered for first head transplant tells that he is he got this girl pregnant. I'm out of words. No, I'm not. Actually, I am. I'm okay. I'm not out of words, but I have seen some people, some guys that have, they're beautiful chicks and stuff like that. I'm looking at like, well, okay, cool, shit, okay, well, there is someone for anyone, not everyone, but anyone. Meaning, it's possible that here, I mean, like, got the body only a mother could love, I would say. This is what Agent Orange. It made him orange. How about that? It made him orange, red actually. But anyway, yeah. That's what they did anyway. So, right, going back over here, I often have to come back there and show you what they did because you will not know. Right, but let me get a. Sorry, I actually skipped something, missed something. Here in chapter 2, verse 2, it actually was subtitled Circumcision of the Nations. Circumcising of the nations. Circumcising of the nations. Well, it was the Israelites that were circumcised. But anyway, let me go on. Now, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 32. By the way, I was supposed to read this for verse 3. I forgot about it. Let me see here something. For here, he made them sharp knives in order to circumcise the children of Israel, right? So, Numbers chapter 32, verse 10. And Yahweh's anger was kindled the same time, and he swore, saying, surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me, because they were stubborn, save Caleb the son of Jehunun, the Kenizzite, which is the family of the Kenizzites. Wait, let me show you something. If you go to the book of Numbers chapter 3, you will see that 15, Numbers 3:15. Number the sons of Levi after the house of their fathers by their families, every male from a month old and upward, thou shalt thou number them. And Moses numbered them according to the word of Yahweh as he was commanded. Because normally you're not allowed to count the children of Israel, but in this case he counted the Levites. The children of Israel, you're not allowed to number them like that, or else the Lord will start killing us. Yeah, you can read that in 1 Samuel chapter, was it 2 Samuel chapter 24 or chapter 23 or chapter 21? One of those chapters. It starts off where David counts. Let me see. David counts. Which chapter was it? 2 Samuel 24. 2 Samuel 24. And the Most High allowed Satan to jump on them. But it is the Lord that allowed it because he was angry. It starts off, the Lord was angry and he moved David to count them, but he allowed Satan to do it. If you read the book of Job, then you will see Satan asked the Lord, like, can I do it? And if the Lord says no, he won't do it. And if the Lord says yes, then Satan be like, thank you. I got this. So it says here, Numbers 3:17, and these were the sons of Levi by their names, Gershon and Kohath and Merari. And these are the sons of Gershon by their families, Libni and Shimei. And the sons of Kohath by their families, Amram and Izhar, Hebron and Uzziel. These are the four sons of Kohath. And the sons of Merari by their families, Mahli and Mushi. These are the families of the Levites according to the house of their fathers. Of Gershon was the family of the Libnites. So Libni, everyone that came from Libni was Libnites. And the family of the Shemites, which was here from Shimei. These are the families of the Gershonites. So these two will call Gershonites, and if you come from one of them, you are called Libnites. And if you are called, if you are from the other, you are Shemites. But you are both Gershonites. But all three of you are Levites. There you come from the man named Levi. So you are a Levite. Right. Which is your forefather. Right. So, yeah, that's it. So if I'm correct here, it says here, can it says it somewhere. Kenizzite. If I'm correct, it's Kenaz then. No? Anyway, I gotta look it up. Again. But a lot of times when you see certain names, it's or a region or it is the family name of a man. Right. Sorry. So it says here, let me see, and Joshua, the son of Nun, which Nun was his father, if I'm correct. For they have not wholly followed Yahweh, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Lord was consumed. And behold, ye are risen up in your father's stead, an increase of sinful men, to augment yet fierce anger of the Lord toward Israel. For if you turn away from after him, Ye will yet again leave them in the wilderness, and ye shall destroy all this people. And he did. He killed them. He did kill them by making them grow old and die. So yeah, so now back to the book of Joshua chapter 5. Oh yeah, parched corn is burnt corn. Parched corn is just when you set it on fire. When you set it on fire. Parched corn means not only to cook the kernels gently until they expand and soften, but in this case also refers to corn varieties. Parched corn is similar to popcorn. It's just burning them. In that the kernel pop loudly when heated. Kernels. This is parched corn. You know, right? Yeah. Basically popcorn, you could say, but yeah, more. I would think more of these because this thing, it's a GMO. So I don't know if the original would react like this. I don't know because I haven't tasted it. I haven't seen it eaten with my own eyes. I haven't. I never seen this. I've seen pictures. I've seen what it looked like. What it used to look like back in the days. Which is... I think even the rice was different. Let me see. Yeah, this one. I would love to taste this one. I would love to see it. It probably blooms like this. Because this would be then, you know, the wild ancestor, the teosint, which is the original corn. But anyway, let me go on. Now, it says here. Verse 12. And the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old corn of the land. Neither had the children of Israel manna any more. But they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year. And those fruits were giant fruits. There was giant vegetables and fruit, sorry. There was giant. There was, let me say it good. They was able to feed giants, those type of things, those fruit. Because the soil had a lot of nutrients. Do they put nutrients back in the soil? Yeah, they have to. They spray it. Farmers. They have to. Farmers also apply compost to add more nutrients to the soil, and they have to. But they cannot put everything back into the soil because, you know, iodine. Iodine. They don't put this one, for example, back in the soil. You know, they don't put it. But the thing is, it's in there. But if you have to put it in there, then you're being satanic because you're adding onto stuff. It's like drinking proteins and stuff like that. Powder things, you know? You're supposed to get it from your food. You're not supposed to get it from actually somewhere else, like a laboratorium where they do make it. You know? Because the land is supposed to have a land Sabbath. When the children of Israel didn't keep the land Sabbath, then eventually the Lord, he caused the children of Israel to be enslaved for 70 years, and then the land will rest. That was messed up. So it says here, I think he said it here, yeah. Leviticus chapter 26, right? Because we broke the law and we angered the Lord, right? So he did this. Leviticus 26 and 30. And I will destroy your high places and cut down your images and cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols, because that is what we was worshiping. And my soul shall abhor you. The Lord, his soul shall kind of stay away from us, like, ew, these people. Abhor means to shudder away. No, not this. It's not hatred. It means to shudder away from. So what means to shudder? This. Doesn't necessarily have to do with hate. This is shuddering, this guy. Ugh. Got kind of goosebumps and filthiness. Right. And I will make your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation. The place so-called holy, because we was doing unholy things. And I will not smell the savior of your sweet odors. All the burnt offerings that we give the Most High, close his nose, like, get that stink thing away from me, because you stink. It's like giving a gift to a person while you hate that person, and that person knows that you hate him, but all of a sudden you giving gifts and stuff like that. I'm looking at you like, keep your shit to yourself, bro. I don't want your stuff. Well, what you doing here anyway? You just came by on your birthday. I don't know what the hell you got in there, man. You probably put some poison up in that food. I'm just giving you an example because I don't keep birthdays anyway. And I will bring the land unto desolation, and your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished at it. Even the enemies is going to look like, hey, what is the Lord doing to these people? And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste. Then shall the land enjoy her Sabbaths, so that she can get her nutrients back, as long as it lieth desolate, and ye be in your enemy's land as slaves. Even then shall the land rest and enjoy her Sabbaths. As long as it lieth desolate, it shall rest, because it did not rest in your Sabbaths when ye dwelt upon it. This is how you deplete the earth of his nutrients. This is what they're doing. Of course it's harming your health, and it's also going to make the things grow small. Why is the soil depleted of nutrients? Because you continually farm it, you devils. You're stupid. I'm not even a so-called scientist, and I already know that. But that shows you that the scientist is a joke. They're stupid. Well, they're smart to do evil, I'll tell you that. But they call it soil erosion. The simple way to reverse this is to have land Sabbaths. Every 6 years you have a land Sabbath. It says it here, I think. No, here. Leviticus 25:4. But in the 7th year shall be the Sabbath of rest unto the land, so that it can rejuvenate itself, so that it can get back the nutrients that it gave you in all the fruits and vegetables that you plant in it. A Sabbath for the Lord Yahweh. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyards. And what is pruning? You cannot even do this. Huh? What? Prune trees. This. Tree branches. This is pruning. Because pruning is what you do to, sometimes make it grow better, or sometimes you just want to, clean it up. Instead of this being bushy and then you make it like this. Well, you can't do this. You need to keep it like this. That is what the Lord said. You need to do this for the whole year. Every 7th year, after the 6 years is done, then the beginning of the 7th, in this case, it would be so-called the 31 December, you stop, and then 1st January it goes in until 31 December, and then the next 1st January, then you can start planting and pruning the land, because it would be beautifully rejuvenated with rest. That's because Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Let me see. Mark chapter 2 verse 27. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. So basically, the Sabbath was made to give man rest, because you can't work 7 days a week. It's not good. You need to rest. You need to rest one day. Also, when you hit the gym, you shouldn't just train 7 days a week. You should have rest periods so that your muscles can, grow and also stop from hurting and tearing and stuff like that. Because if you go to the gym 7 days a week doing hardcore type thing, you're going to tear a muscle. It's not going to rejuvenate itself and grow thicker and stronger. No, it's going to snap. That's why you need rest periods. Well, the same thing with the land. It's very simple. It's very simple. But if you're an Edomite, you're not going to think. And even if you do think, you'd be like, F it. I hate the Most High, and I'm going to do what I want to do. That's one of the reasons why you're going to get Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18. That's one of the reasons. One of the many reasons. So it says here, Joshua chapter 5 verse 13, and it came to pass, when Joshua was by Jericho, the city of palms, that he lifted up his eyes to look, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword in his hand. So he just looked like, and he saw. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, Art thou for us or for our adversaries?